Welcome to a new edition of 2-Year-Olds in Training. I'm Harold Howe with the Harness Edge, and we're at Southern Oaks Training Center in Florida with Dr. Ian Moore. We're talking 2-year-olds, of course. Ian, you brought out 5 for us. Let's start out with 5 o'clock shadow. Obviously a shadow play, that's a shock. $47,000 yearling from Harrisburg.
A really nice colt. He's the best looking one in the bunch that we've got here. All black and a couple of white hind ankles, I guess, but really nice gaited. And we're looking forward to him. He started out really well, and we're just starting to train them now, so things are looking pretty good.
What range have you been with your horses here? What are we, the 11th of February?
Around 50, pretty well. I've got a couple that went 45 yesterday, but the rest of them are in 50.
Right. One I know is your favorite here, Shadow Play filly, Marguerite Blue Chip. $23,000 out of Morrisville. Now, how did you come to go to Morrisville to get her?
Well, actually, I didn't. Mike Kimmelman called me up from Blue Chip Farm, I don't know, a couple or 3 days before, maybe a week before, and told us about this filly. She was a February foal, and we knew she was in there, and she's pretty decently bred, actually. Her mother didn't race. It's a Better Delight mare filly, but her mother didn't race, but she's full sister to one that did race and made over $500,000, was a really tough mare. And anyway, she was February foal, and he said just recently she started to really develop and come along very well. So I was, I had Dr. McCall from the ORC, the Commission Veterinarian, was going to fly me down to Morrisville on Sunday morning. But that was the weekend that they had the cancellation of one of the divisions of the OSS Gold Friday at Mohawk, and we raced Arthur Blue Chip Saturday, made the break. He was on the list. The judges point blank told me the only option I had was to go to Clinton on Sunday afternoon. So I went home at 9 in the morning. I was getting ready to go on the plane, and my partner Ron McClellan said, "No, you better deal with Arthur." So I had to cancel that trip. So we had bought one yearling before without seeing it, and didn't turn out too well. We discussed it, and you know, Mike's obviously a partner with us on Shadow Play, and we took his word, and boy, I'm glad we did. She started out as a real clumsy, big, awkward filly. She's a good size, but now she's just developed into a really nice.
Slips across the ground pretty nice.
Yeah, and all you do is just chirp once and she's gone. Like, just hang on to her. I trained her in 47 all alone last week, and I just started training them once a week. I've only been about 3 times, couple or 3 times. So.
Okay, and then we've got a homebred, Eyeshadow, another shadow play.
She's full sister to Shadow's Wonder, who won the grassroots final last year, and looks just like her. A bit of a Arabian style head, but everything else is just the same, and just as sweet and just as nice to work with. And she's a nice gaited filly. She was training with Marguerite, but got sick, had a temperature last week, and I gave her the week off, so she's going to be a little bit behind now. But she too shows a nice, really nice attitude, and very nice filly. Like, we're liking fillies in recent years after having colts for so many. So
now, you did change gears, and you switched over at the sale in Harrisburg to pick up a Rock in Heaven for $40,000.
There's 5 partners in on him, a couple of new guys to the business, one in particular, I guess, and we bought him. He was the first one sold on Thursday, I think, and came from the Blue Chip Consignment. It was one of their clients, I guess, but Blue Chip raised him. And he's a well-made colt, a solid colt. He's got a nice gait to him, and he has a good attitude as well, so I'm kind of looking forward to him also.
Okay. And the last one we saw is Mitchell Blue Chip, a Rock and Roll Hanover, $20,000 out of Harrisburg. That wasn't his original name. You've changed it.
Yeah, his name was Maishigas Blue Chip. I guess Maishigas is Jewish for no nonsense. Tom Grossman, as you know, owns Blue Chip Farm, and that's probably where that came from. The Blue Chip did allow us to change his name to Mitchell, because we were calling him Mitch all along. And also, I might add that very good friends of ours in PEI, they had a son whose name was Mitchell, who got killed tragically in an accident in Alberta, that shooting accident out there a couple of Christmases ago. So it's kind of a tribute to him, and we hope that he does very well. Alan and Sally McDonald of State Treasure fame, they own him with Nancy, actually. It's her first ownership, Nancy. So.
And you're happy enough with him?
Yeah, he was sort of a deadhead at the first, if you like, very dull and dopey, not much life to him, and he's really come around. He's grown tremendously. He's got really tall, and he took a while to gate him, but I've got aluminum shoes on him front now, and he's really gated up nice, and I think he's going to come along also.
Okay, and then another one we have, Ian, another shadow play is Dark Side. What's the status on that bird?
Well, Dark Side is a full brother to I'm Drinking Doubles, who Wayne Webby has in partnership with Ron McClellan, and we raced him last year with Played Against Sam towards the end of the summer. Very nice colt. I'm Drinking Doubles was, and this Dark Side's very similar. Big solid chunk of a colt, with nervous temperament at the beginning as well, but now he's settling down, and he's come some big strides recently too. He trained in 45 with Marguerite Blue Chip a couple days ago.
Yeah, we missed getting some footage of him, but you picked him up where and for how much?
He came from Harrisburg for $52,000. So we're looking forward to him also.
Yep. Okay, great. Well, thanks very much for your time, and enjoy the winter.
Thank you.
Harold Howe with Ian Moore, 2-year-olds and